Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Daf Yomi Chagiga 12a Aleph. The Gemara talks about certain rabbis that would dorish every word et in the Torah. Certain rabbis in our Gemara, Nachim, that maintain that every time you see the word et, you can have a special drasha from that word. The Gemara in Bechorot also has this concept of darshining every word et in the Torah, and there the Gemara talks about one of the rabbis that was dorish every single et in the Torah until he came to one place. He said, I don't have a drasha. I cannot make sense of it. So Talmidim said, well, what about your whole theory of darshining every single et in the Torah? You spend so many shiurim on this very topic, and now you've hit a dead end. So you're going to keep working until you find a drasha for this et? Well, what's going to be the approach now? He said, I tried. I don't see how this word could be darshaned any more than the simple pshat that it's needed for. So the Talmid says, so what's the next step, Rabbi? He said, well, just like I received a drasha, a schar for darshaning everything until now, but now that I realize that I made a mistake and it could be that my approach was off, I should have a schar for not darshaning this case here and maybe the previous cases as well. It's an amazing, amazing story. The fact is, to go ahead and learn, it's a very delicate topic. Are we looking for our own ego, our own satisfaction, and looking to feel great with our chidushin that we come up with asfarim that we write, with the shiurim that we give? Is it an ego trip? So that may be part of it. We're flesh and blood, and we shouldn't deny that possibility. But ultimately, we should be involved in one pursuit, and that is the pursuit of emes, of truth. And if that's the pursuit, then just like all these years that he spent darshaning the word et, he may have to back up now and say, you know what, it was a mistake, and that wasn't emet. Famous story of Rav Soloveitchik, he gave shiur, and his shiur was spellbounding. Whether it was a Teshuva shiur that for hours and hours and hours to thousands of people, Yurtzeit shiurim, or the daily shiur that he gave in YU, where dozens Talmidim listening to every word that he said. And the story goes that one time, in the middle of the shiur, a Talmud asked a question that just was a major question on the Rav's whole theory. He went ahead and he thought, he put his head down in his hand in the famous position of his, and he thought, and he thought, and he thought, and he took out his notes from his pocket, which was a surprise to many people, that he wrote up every day. He wrote up the shiur. He was totally prepared, more than people even realized. He thought it just sort of shook it out from his cuff. He was prepared. It was written up. He took out the sheets. He just put a mark on the sheets. He X'd them out, and he said, that's it. Your question is right. It's an accurate question, and it undermines my whole theory. My theory is wrong. Shiur is over for today. We'll continue tomorrow. It was a very dramatic move, but the point was clear. The goal here is emes. No question the Rav in his wisdom could have worked out some kind of an answer. And I'm sure he would have been able to pull it over the Talmidim. But if the Rav did not have that clarity, didn't have that sense of emet, and therefore the theory was gone. And just like he had a reward for spending hours and days working out his theory, so for now, discarding it, that's the reward as well. And what a lesson to all the Talmid and to all of us to understand our pursuit of Torah is one thing, not our personal greatness, not our gaiva, our arrogance, our pride, emes. That is the lesson. And Yetz Hashem shall be zoche to just truly enjoy the Torah and learn it totally l'shma.